Hello everyone. I am Steve's avatar. Steve wanted me to come on here and announce that his personal tarot readings from now, October 2022 through December 2022 are all half price. The price for a full personal tarot reading will be £20. That should be somewhere in the region of $23. The normal asking price has always been £40 for a reading. But for just over the Christmas period he is cutting all readings down to just £20. So if you had ever wanted a personal reading by me, now would be the time. And grab this deal while it's hot. This deal will end sometime during the last part of December 2022. All you have to do is email me at stephenabbott1976@googlemail.com. You can also find the email link in the description box below with all other links. You will need to send me an email and I will respond with all links and instructions.
Leo, good morning, me lovely little pussycats. How are you doing, Leo? So what we are going to do is we are going to look into your environment and things that you should be aware of. A thing, or a Steve, or a Stephen, or a Sarah, or a Sassy, or anybody getting with S, or someone could be very tathy. Okay, but yeah, so what we're going to, or CC, I'm also hearing CC, Mexico, Tesco, someone that works at Tesco's, supermarket store, it could be serving fish, could be dealing with a Pisces, life path 3, serving. So some of you work at a place where you have to serve people, like it could be a restaurant, you could be going to a lot of restaurants, food, working around food, or going to a lot of restaurants where you're being served. Hopefully you're not being served papers and you can't afford anything, okay, and I'm going to be served papers, so that would be like an eviction notice. So I don't know if any of you are looking to, why would you be looking to be evicted? So unless you're looking to move to Victoria Street, maybe, I don't know, Victoria, King's Cross, you might be from London or going to London or something like that. But yeah, I'm definitely hearing like eviction, so I don't know if any of you are being evicted or your name's Victor or Meldrew, bloody hell, hello. But like yeah, eviction, so that would be maybe either one being evicted or two people looking at moving at some point and looking at handing in my notice. So, okay, handing in my notice. Is there like where you're probably looking at a different job for a lot of you, or the name Rob or Robin or Roberts or Robertson? But I'm thinking about handing in my notice because I'm looking for a different job for some of you. So you've been putting out CVs, that might be in the C that I was picking up. Like CV, like I'm putting out CVs to different places for work, so on and so forth, all this kind of stuff, and I'm putting in a CV and I'm looking to hand in my notice, okay, so I've kind of got like a couple of 3 months, but I just need to make you aware that I'm kind of looking for another job. Or if you're moving, like I'm just going to have to tell you that my contract is soon up, so on and so forth. That can either be around work or where you're living, because I'm definitely picking up like eviction. But eviction really wouldn't come hand in hand with I'm telling you that I'm moving. So it's kind of like this movement energy that you've got that could be around both or just one or the other. Or your mother, moving to or from your mother. Something like that thing, Steve. But like someone that's thinking about moving out, maybe in with a partner, and then they've kind of got this energy of where it's around discussions about moving job, CV, okay, and for some of you it might be around where we are thinking about moving in together and I need to move out from a place into a place. If I say place, you say fish, cod, haddock, Piscean, or a life path 3. So I'm looking for a new house, I'm looking for a new building, okay, and I need to discuss with the landlord that I'm considering like not paying my contract after Christmas, because I suppose we're sort of like November now. So it might be where your contract is, sorry, that's probably just played havoc on the screen there, on here. Sorry, because if light hits here, it starts going all blurry. But like, yeah, something to do with around like I'm going to have to hand in my notice because my residential place that I'm staying is kind of up after Christmas and I'm looking to probably move, and then it would be, I'd say that your messages are going to be around continuing to hunt, okay? Unless your name's Hunter or Haley or Henry or anything like that of H, okay? But like I'm considering making a transformation over to somewhere else and I'm putting myself out there. I suppose hunting would be head hunting, so that would be any of you looking to employ someone or a headhunter that you're looking to put yourself in front of to move you from one place to another. So that would be the job section that a lot of you are kind of maybe coming up with of messages. And then yeah, because I'm getting kind of like two messages, one to do with around job and money, and the other one Okay, so now what? Sorry, if you haven't met me before, I just channel a load of weird shit, right? And it always relates with people. Psychic, medium and all that. They're saying that some of you might be considering moving and finding another job because the location is going to be away from where you're living. So you might be doing both, where it might mean, okay, if I move and I get a job, okay, but that job isn't anywhere around where I'm living, then I'm going to have to possibly stay where I am but travel all the time, okay? Or Laura or Lucy or Lucifer or a Capricorn or a Gemini placement, okay, 6, and that I might be considering, instead of doing a lot of travelling backwards and forwards, actually looking to relocate once I've got the job. Now, if you haven't got any of these that are coming up, but that's in your forefront of your mind, one, as a psychic, I'm picking that up, and two, there's a good possibility that that kind of stuff might be happening if that's what you're looking to do. Because it feels like, for a lot of you, you've probably got this possibility that's around this sort of time, okay, that is going to require you to make a decision. Could be about a 2, life path 2 or Libra placement. And that would be around, because Libra would definitely represent a choice. It would represent stay or go. And it would also represent work, finances, and money, and bosses would be Libra energy. Not that they have to be a boss. It's just, well, they might be. But it would relate the fact that the Libra card, justice, would represent a place of justice. Okay, so it might be like court and things like that, but it would also be like a big building of money. So, okay, some of you might be looking to actually like take on a mortgage or rent or mortgage, or maybe a financial decision that would be like building your own house, like building it. Unless you are building your own house here. It's got a lot to do with around houses. Or housey, Chris, you're right. But like houses, development, job, moving and travelling. All of your channel stuff that Spirit's telling me is about travelling, money, job location, new location that would also be a house in the sun. So that would be Spain or somewhere, and we're thinking about eloping to Spain or something. Okay, because that's normally what people do if you're from Britain. The majority of people immigrate from, like, you know, UK to Spain. The majority of people, if they're like, well, I want a place in the sun, they'll think, okay, Spain. They would all do that, because land out in Spain is loads cheaper than what it is in Britain. If you was to buy a plot of land in Spain, it would be half the price of what it is here in the UK, and it's only like an hour and 10-minute flight. So private flight, you're right, you've been around for a while. But like this location that can also be a holiday. It can also be a holiday, okay, because it would definitely mean like, okay, I'm going into a place to look for a house, okay, so that would be or like a travel agent, basically, what I'm saying, like a travel agent or an agency of like moving house, okay. Anything else for Leo? Don't forget, Leo, you can also watch this a Leo or an Aquarian placement or a life path 8. Doesn't matter where, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, life path 8, Aquarius, Leo. If these are really relating to you, like, how's that? There you go. Housey. Chris, you're right, Chris Housey. Yeah, you've got something here around that kind of, around those messages. Anyway, you're right, Leo. How are you guys? So this reading here is going to be more to be what to be aware of around your environment. Okay, so things that are possibly looking at what you need to be aware of. It can be a lot of social media stuff, and so on and so forth. And the messages, I will warn you, can be very negative, because they can be things that you're unaware of, okay? So, let's see, or your partner, okay? But it would be your environment. So let's see, what, Lucy, Laura, Lucy, I keep hearing L. Is anybody getting with L? Elliot also. Let's see. Leo. Any messages that Leo need to be aware of around their environment. So you got justice, there you go. So it is Libra energy, okay? So it says court, judgment, immigration, lawyers, and etc. So this is a lot of work decisions, a lot of money, transactions of money, from bank to bank, from house to house, mortgage, brokers, all of that sort of stuff, blah, 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 considering. It could also be that I'm recently just divorced. The name Reese, Rihanna, Ricky, R, anybody beginning with R. But then I'm also hearing like I'm recently just divorced, I've just come into a windfall of money or something like that, and now I need to know what to do with my half. Okay, like, okay, I have a deceased loved one and I've got half of an amount of money from where it was shared between two people. This would definitely be a two, okay? So, okay, now there's more messages, Leo. So they're saying that you might want to look for a house share, where it would be where you're sharing it with another person, or the name Karen or Kiran, okay? But like I'm looking to do a house share, okay, and I've got half the amount of money and you've got half the amount of money, and that would be like putting down a down payment, like a down payment of, okay, we're looking for £1,000 a month rent, okay, and when we first move into a place, they might look for, okay, we need £1,000 down payment on a property, and then that stays there, and as long as you don't damage it and all that sort of stuff. So what I'm picking up here through legal justice is that someone could have come into a slight amount of money, and that it's shared between two people. So that would be, I just got divorced, okay, or I have divorced and I've just got a load of money. And then I've also just got this other message that's coming through of that I have literally, like someone may have passed in the family. I was inherited a load of money, and because I was inherited something, now I can spend that money more wisely on something that's to do with around movement, travel, and mortgage and renting and buying, that sort of stuff here. Okay, now for some of you, so it's either either. Okay. Excuse me, but the messages that were without the card are basically ringing true for me. John, did John pass here? JDS Tarot. But like, unless your name's John, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, okay, but like an inheritance of some sort. Okay, now for some of you, if there's not like inheritance or not, or a Pisces or a life path 3, if there's not an inheritance, there's this energy of wanting to move and go, but needing to share, okay, needing to share. So that would mean you keep pushing me aside, but I can't break through. So there's no talking to you. So sad that you're leaving, okay. So there's like this leaving party that you might be going to, or the name Lee, okay, but like a leaving party, and it's kind of like a celebration of leaving, like graduation, or I'm so sad that you're leaving, but I have to because I've now outlived where I am, like I'm going to have to go. So it feels like this farewell party, like say for instance, like you're leaving a town or a village, or you're leaving a state or a country or a job that you've been there for a long time, and people throw you this surprise party of like, we really need to all get together because I'm not going to be here for quite some time, so you know we're all going to have to get together. Okay, man, Heather, I'm hearing Heather or Haley or Henry, but I'm picking up this energy of also where someone might be elderly, okay, they might be passing on, and they want to get together with an elderly person before they leave, kind of like that. Or I'm also hearing flat, like my flat. Some of you are looking for like a multi-flat, like, you know, a one-bedroom house or two-bedroom house or a one-bedroom flat. Okay, I don't know what you call it in the UK. Of course I do. That's where I'm from. Anywhere else, but like, you know, first floor, one flat, two flats, three flats, second floor, you know, a one-bedroom kitchen, diner, and that's it. You know, that kind of thing. What's her name? Diner, Dana, Dan, Danielle. You right, Danielle? Dana, Diner, Dan, Danny, Glover, Life Path 7, Cancerian. These people could also be like involved somehow, because it could be work or house. That's what I'm picking up, or all of the above, man. Like if you're considering eloping, okay, then I've got to kind of wrap everything up and think about, okay, I'm ending my job, so on and so forth. My new job and new venture is going to be taking me somewhere else. My house and my home is also going to be taking me somewhere else too. I've got enough money in the bank also to be able to do this because I've been saving or I've inherited something here. And now that's leaving me open to think about open university or like, you know, like there could have been like for some it might be where parents have been saving up for kids' university, okay, and like they're kind of like, wow, I'm now considering going like to university because my inheritance has come through that parents have been saving for, or someone there's been saving for, something like that. It's kind of, I keep picking up this vibe of like I've got a certain amount of money and I want to know what to do with it, basically, okay. Because what's love got to do with it? Okay. Leo. Any messages for Leo to be aware of in their environment, please? Can you tell this is my first time back on here, Terry? Jeff? But can you tell that this is the first time that I'm kind of back on channeling? Extra triggered. Oh dear, so someone's worried now. Slightly worried that they might not accomplish this. Okay, now you're triggering me off. Now I don't know if this is going to happen. Right, don't go and add fear onto it. Okay, never forget about pain and pleasure. Okay, you never get pleasure until you've had pain, until you've had struggle. Pleasure doesn't come in the other way around, right? It's fortunate enough that we believe that we're not supposed to be in pain, but it's only when we get dopamine and pleasure, the fact that we've been through struggle, okay? You've got to go through the struggle to feel the pain, to feel the reward, okay? It's how much reward do you get to not get let down and feel pleasure, okay? So it's kind of like this pleasure and pain I'm sort of feeling here. I'm hearing Spain, okay. Let's see. Leo. Any messages for Leo to be aware of around their environment, please? So you got stalker. So someone is looking through their window. It might be a next door neighbour. Here, be careful around your next door neighbours. They're looking out of their curtains thinking, who the fuck is that? Where are they going? They're like, oh, how much money they got? What have they got? New car? Yeah, but someone is definitely peering through the blind and sort of kind of like, I wonder what the fuck is going on out there. Someone's so concerned about their neighbours here, like they're so concerned about their next door or where they're living here. I really do pick up like I'm being fucking like I'm worried about my next door neighbours or something like that, or it might even be here like I want to move, but I'm see, this is a main factor when you come to moving, is what the fuck the neighbours are going to be like, right? What my neighbours going to be like, okay? Because I'm picking up this energy that I've got to stick with of these channel messages, because I always believe them to be true more than what one card will tell me. And like my environment where I am is got to be right, like it has to be right, and where I'm living might not be where I am because someone is always keeping a close eye on me all the time. Now it could be a mother, a father, but wherever I am now, like Michael. But wherever I am now, it feels like that someone around me or your partner is constantly keeping too much of a close eye on someone where they're kind of like, I'm getting fed up with constantly being smothered by a mother or a father. And I'm getting so sick to death of this that they're triggering me off all the time and making me feel shit because they do everything for me. And I want to learn by myself. So I'm sick to death of being watched or looked over or told that I can do something or that I can't do something, or that where I'm living, someone's always keeping an eye on me. Now, if you've got children that are really pissed off with where they're living, okay, just putting this out there, if you've got kids that want private time and they're getting older and you haven't been giving them private time and breathing and thinking space, and you haven't been giving them space, they're considering moving out. They're considering moving out because they can't do what they want to do. They can't spread their wings and live and breathe and fucking experience life of whether it be right or wrong. They're not learning anything where they are, so they're feeling stuck. Okay, they are feeling stuck. And that could be a life path 3 or a Piscean. Okay, but I'm feeling stuck. Okay, and because I'm feeling stuck where I am, the place where I am is triggering me. Now that could be around work. Anywhere where I am is triggering me off. Okay. Now, if this isn't you, it could be your partner. Okay. But again, I'm hearing where I am, Michael, okay, and his girlfriend, but where I am, I'm being triggered and it's not good. The environment of where I am is not good for me. Okay. So Michael's in the background. Your name is I am, right? And then here I am, and then am I think it was. Anyway, so you've got this energy of where someone is definitely stalking people, okay, watching in the background, basically. So I'm just here stalking, watching people, trying to trigger them off. You see, that's the good thing. That's the good thing about negative people. Negative people and negative comments, they look for a dopamine high. So a trigger is only given back to another person where they feel satisfaction. Because if you look at a male, okay, and female, females can keep going for as long as they want. They can come 3 or 4, 5 times and have multiple orgasms. A male can't. They can only really do it once before their dopamine levels drop, and then they're off. They're turned off. They're like, oh God, no. Okay. So, but like, that's why it's always important that the female comes first before the male. What comes first, the chicken or the egg, or the woman or the man? Right? What's most important? The woman. Okay, guys. But like, because after that you're going to be like, oh fucking hell. It's on the TV. You're like, oh, you don't give me any care, love and affection, do you? Sorry, but my dopamine levels are low. Right? So when you look at a trigger, when you look at these narcs in the background there that just try to do shit just to annoy you, okay, when you don't give them that, that really pisses them off because their dopamine level will lower, okay, because they're looking for a response of a dopamine high, okay. So they try to trigger you off, really piss you off, do things to see if that you will, like, give them this high, and the more you don't, the more they will feel low, so their life will go down. It's about non-response, okay? So people that are stalking and trying to make people's life a living hell, okay, is to not notice them, okay? Now, when you're looking at pre-ejaculation, okay, and everything else, pre-action, before action, everything that hasn't happened is a rush of endorphins, okay? It's a rush of endorphins to send signals to where the pain is, okay? Pain and pleasure, guilt and pleasure. Okay, so endorphins set off the brain, okay, to tell it to react. But when you haven't accomplished it, the endorphins will make you feel so much more healthier and brighter because the endorphin before the action is temptation. Now, addiction is not good in any form, okay, but desire is, okay. So desiring something and wanting it but not actually having it and needing it, okay, makes people want it. It's like, okay, flauntatious behaviour, okay. You can't touch it, but you will all desire it and want it even more, okay. That can get very negative when you've got people, because you've got to be very socially aware of people, okay, that are just doing to get things, to take things from people, okay. Guilty pleasures, okay. So guilty pleasures, okay, can be very stimulating to a human being, okay, believing that I'm being watched, okay. So the messages now, Leo, are changing to one of them that may be of Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or one of your star signs. Guilty pleasure. Somebody here loves to be watched. They love to be watched. They love to be looked at. They love their beauty to be desired. So you could see this person in any formal manner flaunting their body, which means I need to let you know how slim or attractive I am, okay? Slim, that could be Johnny Depp, and then it could also be Amber or Heard. So anybody begin with A or H or J or D, okay? But yeah. Sorry, I can hear a noise. There's this person here that loves to tempt people to get them to watch them, because I love the fact that you're watching me. I love the fact that you're watching me. And we went over this, and everybody commented in, oh my God, I'm fucking triggered because I realised that I do that. Posting things up on social media to get people to watch and flaunt my assets, okay? For instance, okay, I'm a female, okay, or a male with man tits. People ain't going to be interested in that at all. but a male towards a female energy would. So if I'm online and I've got zeros, noughts coming out here, people are going to want to look at that. So they'll be very tempted and desired, because they'll be like, fucking hell, you can see straight through that. And like, yeah, I know, people love watching that, right? So that gives me more clients and people, because I'm really attractive, and people are 100% click on what they can't have. So temptation and desire is getting people to do a pre-action. It's like a pre-ejaculation. So come out the weird energy. When you look at desire of things that you want, okay, test yourself. Test yourself. When you get up in the morning, don't look at your phone for an hour. Okay, leave it. Okay, leave it. Okay, leave it longer before you do it, because it makes you want it more. Okay, so it makes you strive and work harder to wanting it. Okay, so where is this fucking message here going? Well, I'm going to go down the line of a Leo placement somewhere, maybe an Aquarian, sorry guys, that loves to be watched. Loves to be watched. Okay, now they either are watched and do or do not watcher. The Watcher. It's been coming up. Everybody seen The Watcher on Netflix? Brilliant film, right? Next door neighbour, or where you're living, here where you're living, someone's keeping a very close eye on. Okay, but whichever way it is, your message is The Watcher. That come up for another reading on Patreon. You'll need to join my Patreon to find out the conclusions and everything else, because karmic justice is coming, very much so, to The Watcher. Now, to the people that think that they're triggering people off, a non-response is going to piss them off, because their dopamine energies will go low, because they're looking for a response. So if you don't give them it, you don't give them the response, they're going to want more of a response. So what they're going to do if they're negative in the background, they're going to keep watching. They're going to keep watching because they're looking for a response from you. Okay, so if that's YouTube, good, because they're actually contributing towards the algorithm. Okay, no matter what they're doing, whether they're disliking or not, it doesn't matter. They're adding towards the algorithm. Okay, so never worry about that. Okay, just the watching and the clicking is enough. Okay, so you've kind of got this energy of someone that's stalking and spying, trying to piss people off. But a non-response is better than a response, because it keeps them coming back. Okay. So don't respond. Don't respond, James Bond. 7. James, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. Don't respond. Think about action, reaction. Ejaculation. Once it's over, my dopamine levels will go low, and I will feel exhausted, that I don't feel loved or wanted from my partner. Okay, I could go into a whole teaching segment of this to teach you about loads of shit, really. If you want all that sort of stuff, you'll need my teaching to. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because we've done half an hour. Okay, because I think I've. Oh no, no. Hold on. Okay, let's just. I've got to save my energy levels to do other readings. Let's see. Pre-ejaculation, right? Don't shoot your load and spend your energy first, Steve, before you've accomplished your day. Leave a little bit in the tank. Let's see. Legal issues. So it could be around a Capricorn, okay? Could be around your children, okay? But I think the moving is this. I'm stuck where I am. Okay, my name is I am and Michael. Okay, I'm stuck where I am, blah, blah, blah. I could have debt up to me arseholes and I'm going to have to move. Tell me more about why this Knight of Pentacles has got legal issues. Because of, oh, Meg Ryan. Oh, dear. Meg Ryan. Oh, dear. The forbidden fruit of temptation. The life path 3 or Pisces acting in a derogative manner of their lowest vibration. This is expressing my beauty in the wrong way, in the wrong manner. Because this is desirable and attractive, okay? Apart from me, I am a Pisces, I'm sorry. I don't mind that I'm not desirable and attractive. You right, Gav? I'm only kidding. But this is someone that uses, this could be like a Libra or a Life Path 2 person maybe, with a Life Path 3 or Pisces. They use their beauty and desire to make people want their desire. So they love people watching their low-cut tops or their bum or their, You know, they show their bits off. They probably post loads of profile pictures of themselves of like, this is me laying down with a low cut top and you can kind of see, but you can't have the forbidden fruit. So it's in its lowest vibration. It's trying to, it could be catfishing here. Legal issues could be catfishing. It could be, because this could be Capricorn. Sorry, but it could be Capricorn, life path 3. If it is a Capricorn energy here, that would mean desire, temptation, the forbidden fruit, can't have, okay, I want you to all come towards me, but you're not getting anything in return. I just love to be watched in the limelight so you can all have it, but everything that I get is never going anywhere, okay? So they're in the lowest vibration. This is temptation, the forbidden fruit, okay, making people desire and want them by profile pictures or so on and so forth, okay? I suppose this is kind of, well, this isn't really coming up at me, but I always worry about my own messages because I'm changing my backstring drop, but I don't know. I could have people in the background there somewhere, I don't know. But again, this to me is a female energy. Sorry guys, but it is a female energy, okay? You might not even do this yourself. You just could notice other people that are around where whatever it is that you watch, where you see people that love to be watched and they're all in the limelight and they love like flowing everything everywhere and like love to flauntaciously draw temptation towards my look and my desire and my good looks and attractiveness. Can be that, but this card is in reverse, okay? So it shows me men. Sorry, I'm also going to stick up for the men. If this is a guy, I don't never notice guys because I don't look for guys, so I've got to stick up for both. Whichever way around it is, if you are a guy and you are watching, or guy or jai, okay, but if you are watching someone and you know that you can't touch this MC Hammer, okay, or MC or CC, CC, what are you doing in the background there? Yeah, but like, be very careful, okay, because this might be the forbidden fruit, okay. And as a guy, I'm sorry, but as a guy, I really have come up across a lot of this on Facebook and loads of things in my life where I've ended up in very bad situations around a Capricorn. The person was also a life path 3 and was called Felix Coupler, Laura Normington. Was fake. 6 months of catfishing without showing her face, ever. Now, have any of you seen on Netflix, okay, on Netflix, I'm about to sneeze, Bewitched. Any of you see, someone could be doing sex magic here. I don't believe in witchcraft, but my nose is twitching, okay, here. And I don't believe in witchcraft because I actually said don't believe in witchcraft, but sex magic is here, because it's desire and sex magic. Sex magic is real because somebody is using their body to create dopamine of legal issues, which means money and success and fame and fortune. So they're using flauntatious assets and also sex magic to try and manifest here. And they love being watched and stalked here. So they'll get themselves into a lot of trouble. This is running with the wolves here. This is running into danger. This person could end up into a very chaotic lifestyle. Could lead to things like drugs, alcohol, very obsessive behaviour, making people fall in love with them. That forms a codependency of child abuse from father or mother. Could not have a father or mother. This person's mother could be where they're not in their life and they look for this person here hasn't a mother or a father here or either in their life at all, and they're on their own, but they're using what their abandonment fears and everything else because of a lack of input from their parents here. The lack of input from their parents. But this is an adolescent child. This is an adolescent child here. Okay. But this was also, like, if you watched on Netflix, Catfishing, I'm freely talk about it. Yeah, I was caught in that trap, me. There's a really good one at the moment about a football player, okay? And there was a gay football player and ended up becoming a woman, okay? And then a really successful football player, okay, like American football, okay? And he got talking to a person online and she took all of these profile pictures and edited them all on Photoshop. Actually went to the extent of contacting the person that she stole the pictures from, okay, in order to be able to get this person to do that as a sign and then go UFC or whatever it was, because he'd asked and said, okay, if this really is you, because I haven't never seen you for fucking 6 or 7 or 8 months and I've never seen your face, I need a picture at least where I need you to do that sign, and I need a piece of paper saying something on it, because that's the sign when he used to win, okay, or Edwin or Edwina, okay. So what did she do? She contacted the person, either paid her off or got her and said, my niece or nephew is very sick and very ill, and I need you to do this sign and take a picture and then send me it. Would you do that? And this girl said, yeah, no, sure, I'll do that for a little child, you know, blah, blah, blah. So she did that, go, you know, hope you get better or whatever it was. So she took that, sent it to him, and he thought, well, it must be real. It must be real because I asked for a picture and she basically photoshopped it or asked someone to do it, blah, blah, blah. This was Laura Felix. This was, everybody's out there like, oh, go Felix. No. This is a fake, a phony. This is a catfisher. Okay, so like I said, don't forget about catfishing. It's about playing the long game. The long game of catfishing does not have to be a person that's after money. Okay, if they start asking for money and loans because they believe they've got a really good fucking idea that it's financial, do not trust this person online because they're asking your money, because they could be in debt. They could have spent it or gambled it all away here. So do not give this person money. Anybody give this person any money. Okay, so here also now, catfishing is about the long game. It's about luring people into a false sense of security of what the person really is inside, that never shows themselves on video calls or stuff like that. They hide a load of things about themselves. They're very devious, very shady. They could have a lot to do with where around they're obsessed about money, and money is everything, and they treat people like shit because of money. They steal, they manipulate, and they cheat, and they lie. And they draw people into a false sense of security to get what they want in the end, which is more to do with money and finances. So they basically cast out as a fish to fish, but they love the struggle that it takes, the long game, to draw this person in longer and longer and longer. Which means that the conversations with this person, when I got into this with Felix, my girlfriend Emily knows all about this. When I got into this, it was a 6-month struggle where the person would always come up with an excuse of why it is that you couldn't see it. Okay, I work for a financial company for medication and I can't talk to you about my job because it's something that I can't talk to you about. So you could never ask about their work at all because they were lying about their work. Okay. When you would ask another question, they would avoid the question and turn it off them onto something else, so you wouldn't ask it. They would ask you shitloads of questions about yourself. They would more than likely ask you to get you to send them a picture, okay, and then maybe start trying to get other information out of you as you're slowly talking. They'll try to get other info out of you, right? Now, if they've got your phone number, this is what I also noticed, because my credit card was also scammed at the same time I was doing it. The person didn't ask for my credit card number, but what they did have was my phone number. They actually had my phone number, okay? Because they had my phone number, what did I get? Hello, this is Paul, okay? I have, you have missed a long distance parcel that's supposed to be delivered. If you want it delivered, please click on this link from Simon, I think it was. Simon says there's a parcel that needs delivering. You need to click on this and pay the £1.28 or the £4 charge because it came from America. Okay, this was another deck of cards that I had at the time. I thought, well, I don't want to miss out on that because it's come from America. I don't want it to go back. So I clicked on the link, entered my bank details in, and before you know it, I had 2 Uber Eats that were charged on my bank account, and we don't have Uber Eats where we are. But when I was talking to this Laura Felix, she did. Oh yeah, she did. She ordered quite a few of them. Okay, telling me that she was ordering Uber Eats. And I thought, that's fucking strange. You'll talk about eating all Uber Eats. And I had 2 Uber Eats that were charged on my card. She's a scam artist, this person here. A scam artist. This person thinks of whatever they can do to get other people's money. Here. I'm ending it there because I do not like this person here. And I don't give a fuck who you are on here. If you're that kind of person, unsubscribe from me, please, and go somewhere else because you're devious. Yeah, you're devious. Okay, now that's an extreme. Rock a mic like a candle, Michael. Okay, but yeah, very devious person. Okay, so take it or leave it, love it or hate it, or watch it, understand it, and change it because you're running with the wolves. Yeah. Pack of wolves, not good when you use intimidation, right? Here. So anyway, there you go. There's your messages for an hour. If you would like your weekly reading, Leos, or an Aquarian, and you're gobsmacked by the messages that I can give you, in order for me to be financially ripping you off, I ask for very little, which is either a like, a share, a comment, or join my Patreon. For the Patreon, you get loads back in return, because you get a whole weekly reading with these and other cards clarified, and other messages and other cards clarified for your weekly readings, that are all done ahead of time before you get these ones. So you are in the bracket of the 7 lots of star signs that I am doing. I am Michael. All of the other readings that I am doing, because Aquarian, right? Leo to Aquarian. So all of the other readings that I am doing, 6 or 7 of them are only going to be on Patreon, and like Cancerian, Taurus, Libra at the moment. There's a few of them that are all doing very bad on this channel. So I'm just staying away from them. If you want them, they will always be on Patreon. But if they're not on here, that's because you need to be on Patreon to watch them. But they're always full extended readings, and whatever you get on here, you get double if they're not on here, okay, for a while. Because I'm just batting my head up against a brick wall with certain star signs that have continuously not really done very well at all. And it makes the channel itself unhealthy. So I'm sticking with what works for a little while, okay. So if you would like to join either the silver or the gold tier, or if you want to take advantage of the half-price tarot readings that is from now till Christmas, please make sure that you check all links provided below. And if you want your weekly readings, you'll need the silver or the gold tier. Okay? Everything's below. Thanks, Leo. See you soon.